good morning or good afternoon, whenever you happen to be on. This is Tiana. This is Yoga with Tiana. We got the birds chirping. We got all the things going on. It is humid where I am right now. So, hence the shorts. It may be cold where you are, but happy 2025. Welcome back. All right. Of course, it is the beginning of the year. So you know we have our chair yoga, and of course I have to modify. I have to use what I got. So today I have a chair with arms, but no wheels. So I'm happy for that. Grand rising to Jackie. Hello, happy 2025, and grand rising to my moderator Twitch. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a little bit of hip and a little bit of stretching to get us into 2025. Because I know a lot of people say, new year, new me, but it's new year and we're going to keep growing because every day is a new day. So maybe not a new me, but guess what? We're going to double down into those things that we want to do and get really intentional. And speaking of intention, we have to pick our intention words. So if you haven't noticed, I have some new intention words. So I'm going to Vanna White this a little bit and just bring it closer. There we go. So I have some new intention words that I'm so happy to share with you. These intention words are from Melanin Queen Creative. You can pick them up at melaninqueencreative.com, and they are intention words that you can pick. So now I know a couple people have asked me, like, oh, how do you pick your intention words? And these are now the ones for sale. First, feel free to buy them. Yesterday, the word was heal. So let's pick our word for today. All right. I'm going to give it a little shuffle. Let's pick. Ooh. All right. All right. Hey, comes with the plate. Hello. I'm glad to see your podcast is up. So congrats to you. Oh, okay. Today's intention word. Are we ready? Calm. Calm is today's intention word. And I will say I had to stay calm this morning because I had to do some work out here. It was wet, it had rained, and I had to do some work. So if you can't see, there's like a towel right here that I keep drying my foot because it's not all the way dry. But all right, today's intention word is calm. I'm going to push those out the way, and it comes with a nice little baggie that you can put your intention words in. Very, very easy to travel with. I love it. All right, I'm going to push that back off to the side. And let's get ourselves started with our practice. So I'm going to do myself a little shimmy as I wipe off my feet real quick. The things that go on behind the scenes, I tell you, it's always great. All right, let's go ahead and come to a seat. Ooh, I really wanted to show you the view, but with lighting, it's just very hard. The sun is changing, and I wasn't able to do it, but don't worry, I'll show you at the end. So let's get ourselves with our feet flat on the ground. Just take a moment to breathe. Be grateful that we're here. Be grateful that we have this time. So I want you to take that inhale in and that exhale out. And if you have a smartwatch, you can go ahead and set your smartwatch to yoga. I always forget that, so I'm going to try to make sure that I do that now coming out with a new year, right? We're going to be more intentional about our practice. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and set that intention. So feel free to go ahead and set yours. We're going to bring ourselves to a nice comfortable seat. Hands can be on your lap. Just allow your body to relax. Breathing in, exhaling out. Nice and calm. Let's take two more just like that. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release. One more just like that. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, release. I'm going to bring those arms up overhead. Bring the arms up. Gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. And on that exhale, we're going to bring our hands down. Bring your hands down towards your feet. Maybe give it a little rock from side to side. Feel free to allow the head to release down. Maybe looking behind you as you relax your head a little bit deeper. We're going to place those hands onto our hip and slowly bring it all the way back up. Take your arms, bring them up overhead. Gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. We're going to take our palms together. We're going to interlace our thumbs and our three fingers, keeping our index finger up. So it's going to look like this from the side. I want you to bring your gaze up towards your hands, bringing your head back. We're stretching out the front of the neck. So relax the shoulders, stretch out the front of your neck. Feel free to part your lips. And on that exhale, let's take it back to center. We're going to hinge over to the right side. My left, your right. I'm your mirror today. Hinge it over. I'm loving that breeze that just came through. Gaze up towards the elbow. Take it back up to center and over to the opposite side. So we're starting to warm up that upper body. Take it back to center. And we're going to slowly bring those hands down, winding out our wrist on the way down. Ooh, just like that. Yes. All right, let's bring our hands down onto our lap. We're going to turn our attention now to our feet. I want you to raise your heels off the ground. You may hear a little crack. That's all right. Raise those heels off the ground. On that exhale, let's lower our heels back down and lift them back up. Ooh. And let's start to pedal our feet. So one heel comes down at a time. One heel at a time. You got this. Nice and calm. Yes. Ooh. And now let's bring both heels back up. Very nice. Lower the heels down. We're going to bring the toes up. So toes come up. You got this. And now let's start to pat the feet one at a time. All right. Move the toes. You got this. Relax the shoulders. And both feet come down. Let's press into our big toes. Now, we've done this before. If you've been a part of this channel for a long time, press into the big toes. Lift up the little toes. You got that. Sometimes you got to look down, make sure it's happening. And now I want you to press those little toes down and lift up your big toe. Maybe you got to move the fingers. That's okay. Nice and calm. And reverse. Yes. And reverse one more time. And release and pat it out. Pat the toes out. Yes. All right. You see me glowing over here, right? All right. Let's release and let's start to move our knees now. We're going to start to bring our knees up. So let's start with the right and we're going to do almost like a march. So let's bring the knee up and up. How's the hips? How's the hips moving? All right. Can we start to move our hands? And we're going to move opposite arm, opposite hand. So up, up. Might take a little bit to get that rhythm. Opposite arm, opposite hands. Up. Can we move in the direction of the knee? Move our head. Yes. One more on each side, one more in this one, and one more in that one. Let's release it down. Let's roll out our shoulders. All right, I want you to take those knees out nice and wide as your chair. Give yourself a little bit of room, especially if you have an arm, to come up. We're going to bring those arms up overhead. On that exhale, let's hinge it forward, right down into the center. We're warming up our hips. Release your head all the way down. Breathe. Take one more full cycle of breath. Taking your hands to your hips. Slowly coming all the way back up. You got this. Yes. All right. Keeping those knees nice and wide. We're going to bring that right leg. We're going to take it off towards the side. So take it off towards the side, almost making an L shape. Now, because I have arms on my chair, I'm going to have to move a little bit more. So we're going to take those knees to an L shape. All right. We're starting to get into that hip rotation. I want you to take that forearm on the opposite side, bring it down onto the thigh. Sweep the arm overhead. Breathe. Open up the hip. Now, being mindful that that knee doesn't come in. We want to keep that knee out. Breathe. Lifting through the chest. We're not going to collapse. We're lifting up into the chest. Nice soft fingers. Take one more full cycle of breath. And let's bring it right back up. Ooh, how does that feel there? Let's bring that knee in. Same thing on the opposite side. Let's bring it out to an L shape. Readjust whatever feels comfortable for you. Let's bring that forearm down. Remember to keep that chest lifted. Let's bring that opposite arm over. How does that feel? Breathe. Lean into it. Keep the chest lifted. Maybe even gaze up towards that elbow. Take one more full cycle of breath. And gently, let's bring it back down. Ooh. Let's take both knees out nice and wide. Both knees come out. Let's take both forearms down. Both forearms come down. Lean yourself forward. We're going to start with those shoulder dips. We're going to start with the right side. Dip. Look over your opposite shoulder. Take one more full cycle of breath. Take it back up. Lean the opposite way. Breathe. Gently come back up. Take it down into the center. Feel free. If you'd like to just stay here, you can stay here. Or if you'd like to take those hands down onto the ground. Relax your head. Take a full cycle of breath. Take your hands to your hips. Gently press into the feet as you lean all the way back up to center. Come back up into your seated position. Ooh. Let's give it a rock from side to side. All right, how's that hip flexor doing? All right, we're going to keep our right hand on our hip. We're going to extend that opposite arm overhead, hinge over to the right side. Open up the hip, gaze up towards the shoulder. Remember, lift into that chest. We're not going to collapse. Lift into the chest, hinge over towards the right side. Breathe, nice soft fingers. Take that hand onto the hip, come back to center. Same thing on the opposite side. Let's hinge it all the way over to the opposite side. Do you see I'm glowing here? Whew. Breathe. Remember to breathe, keep that lift into the chest. Let's take it down. Bring both hands back towards the hip. Let's take a moment here and breathe. Let's take that head, take it back. Take the chin up towards the ceiling or the sky. On that exhale, let's slowly take it back to center. Bring your knees back to center. Let's windshield wiper out our knees. Take our hands to our hips. You got this. All right, let's take our right knee. Let's hold it in towards our chest. I'm going to readjust so I can come a little bit closer on my chair. Let's hug that right knee in towards the chest. Hug it in. Give it a rock from side to side. Yes. Hold on to that foot. Let's cross it over. Now this may be the stretch right here. Readjust where that knee that's down on the ground is right over ankle, so readjust. Let's place that hand onto the thigh. Let's breathe. Taking your hands down by your side, let's sweep those arms up overhead. Interlace those fingers with the 3 fingers down, index finger up, and let's cross our thumb. Slowly lift the head. Take the chin up. Breathe. Lift through the chest. Soften the shoulders. Unclench your jaw. On that exhale, let's hinge it forward. Come down. Bring it down to your comfort level. If here is where you'd like to stay, that's totally fine. If here is where you'd like to stay, that's totally fine. If you notice that knee starting to come up, feel free to just breathe into it. You don't have to force it down, but just breathe. Think about loosening up that hip. So you're welcome to stay just like this, or maybe you'd like to come a little bit deeper, bringing that hand down. You're really going to start to feel that hip flexor start to activate. Taking one more full cycle of breath. Drawing the navel in. We're going to press into that foot that's down on the ground. Slowly begin to bring ourselves back up. Bring the arm back up overhead. Bring the chin up towards the ceiling. Release the hands. Take the head back to neutral. Bring the hands down by your side. Let's hug that knee back into our chest. Give it a little rock. And let's lower it down. Woo, how did that feel there? Windshield wiper out that knee. All right, we got one more side to do. All right, you ready for that? Let's hug that knee into our chest. You already know where we're going. One side may be different. So let's hug it in. Let's give it a little rock. Grabbing the foot whenever you're ready, cross it over. Readjust. Knee is right over ankle. Readjust how that feels for you. Take a moment to let that sink in, because this pose can be different on the opposite side. So remember, results may vary. Breathe, sitting up nice and tall, elongating our spine. We're going to take our hands down by our side. Inhale, breathe it in. Take those arms up overhead. Interlace those fingers. Index finger is going to point up. Thumb is going to interlace. Let's take the chin up towards the ceiling again. We're stretching out the neck. Releasing our throat chakra. Gently take the head back to neutral. Dive down. Forward fold, whatever feels good to you. Again, results may vary, so this may be a little intense. Feel free to take those elbows onto the thigh. Release the head. Breathe. You're going to start to feel that hip activate. Do what feels good to you. So if it doesn't feel good, feel free to come out of it. This is your practice. If you'd like to keep those hands down, you're more than welcome. Draw the navel in. Take one more full cycle of breath. Press into that foot on the ground, and let's lift the arms back up overhead, nice and strong. Chin up towards the ceiling. Take the chin back to neutral. Release the hands down by your side. Let's hug that knee into the chest. Give it a little rock. Let's take it down and let's shake it out. Ooh. All right. I wanted to wait until kind of towards the end before we did our seated cow cats because maybe our chest and our body might be a little bit warm now. So I'm going to come to the side so that you can see. And we're going to bring it off to the side for our seated cow cats. Now you can bring yourself a little bit up on your chair. Take your hands towards your knees. And we're going to begin our cow first. So remember cow first. So we're going to bring our chest forward. Shoulders are going to come back. That's going to be on our inhale. And on our exhale, we're going to round out our chest. Bring our chin towards our chest. Breathe in. Breathe out, I'm sorry. Inhale in, bring the chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, reverse. And reverse. Last one like this. And now let's take it around in a circle. All the way around in a circle. How does that feel? Maybe our body might be a little bit more loose after stretching. Let's pause. Let's go the opposite way with our circles. Remembering when we come forward to bring the chest forward and back when we come back. You got this. Let's bring it back to center, back it to neutral. Bring those arms up overhead. Lift up through the chest. Gaze up towards the hands. And on that exhale, we do our forward fold. Bring those hands back down. Feel free to heel toe the feet out if you'd like to take your belly and bring it in between your legs. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. If you're feeling extra flexible, you can grab the back of the ankles and release the head. Take a full cycle of breath here as you release your head. Release the shoulders. We take our hands to our hips. Press into the feet. Bring yourself all the way back up. Take the chin up towards the ceiling. Release the hands by your side. Let's give it a rock from side to side. I'm going to come back to center as I come back from my side to side. All right. Can we do just one more little quick lunge really quickly? All right. I know you got it in you. So we're going to take that right foot. We're going to cross it over. If you have a chair with no arms on it, you can bring it over the side. I'm going to take mine over towards the side here. I'm going to take that back foot and I'm going to take it down. So feel free to readjust to whatever looks good for you. So you can hang this foot here and have this leg hanging down. We're just going to work that hip flexor just a little bit more. We're going to take, if you have a back of the chair, hold on to the back of your chair, which is going to look similar to this. We're going to take that outside hand, that one that's in the front, and we're going to sweep it over towards the side. Sweep it over towards the side. I want you to feel that nice stretch coming all the way down. Breathe. Lift through the chest. And let's take it back up. Let's take that back foot in first, and then the front foot comes back in. We're back to center. You got that? Same thing on the opposite side. You ready? Let's take that foot over. Again, if you have a side of the chair, you can bring it over the side. Take that back foot down. Rest it off of the chair. All right, we're in our lunge position. If you have the back of the chair, you can hold on to the back. If not, hold on to the seat. We're going to take that outside arm. I'm going to readjust my body. Outside arm. Let's sweep it over. Now, one side may be different. We're going to get nice and long here. Breathe. You got this. Take one more full cycle of breath. And let's take it back down. Bring it in. Come back to center. Can we bring both knees into our chest? Can we do that? Let's try it. Let's lean towards, and I'm going to come off to the side. Let's lean towards the front of our chair. If we have a back, we're going to lean back. We're going to hold one knee into our chest, and then both knees, if it's available, into our chest. Now you can lean on the back of your chair, or you can do a little boat pose, whatever feels good to you. We're going to hold them in. Hug, hug, hug. Breathe. Now, if it feels good, maybe you can start to extend one leg. You can hold on to the thigh. Extend one leg out. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Bring it back in. And if you'd like to do the same thing on the other side, again, you can hold on to the thigh. You can extend one leg out. Flex. Point. Flex. You got it. Lift through the chest. Point. Take it back in. You got this. Breathe. Would you like to try both? Maybe just to try. Hold on to the back of the thighs. We're going to extend both legs out. Flex. Point. You got it. Flex. Point. Lower and back down. We're going to bring both legs back down. Windshield wiper those legs. You got it. Coming back to center. Bringing those arms up overhead. Lift up towards the ceiling. Nice and calm. On that exhale, we're going to forward fold. Again, legs can be together or legs can be apart into your forward fold. Release the head down. We're going to take that right hand, bring it over towards the left ankle, and sweep that left arm up. Nice little twist here. Releasing that hip. Releasing your lower back. Gently take it back down. I'm going to cross that hand onto the opposite ankle. Same thing on the opposite side. Breathe. Gently take it back down to center. Take 2 breaths here in your forward fold. Press into your feet. Let's slowly begin to rise all the way up. Bring those hands to the hip. Rock it from side to side. All right, this has been hot yoga for me. I don't know about you. All right, let's start to prepare to get into our Shavasana. How did that feel? Woo, that was a nice, calm practice. I feel like that was the best intention word. It was nice and calm, although it could be intense, especially if it's very warm out. All right, let's start to give ourselves that opportunity to come back to a nice, comfortable place. I want you to begin to take those hands onto your lap, take your feet, ground them onto the floor. Because as we settle into our calm, remember we have to take that intention. So I want you to give yourself a little bit of time here to just breathe. I'm not going to say any words. We're just going to breathe. Let's begin to set those intentions, not only for our day, for our week, for our month, for our quarter, for our year. So I invite you, and I'm even going to just adjust the bed so we can just hear the nature sounds. And I want you to just breathe. Take that little second. We're going to take about 10 breaths of silence to just get ourselves ready for this new year and set our intentions for our year. And as we calmly begin to bring our awareness back into our bodies and back into the space around us, start to wiggle our fingers, start to tap our toes. We're going to begin to bring our hands to heart center with our thumbs to our chest. And I want you to thank yourself for one, showing up for you today, thanking your body for showing up and supporting you in the practice. And I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. I hope that you take this intention with you off of the chair or the mat and onto your day. And remember to share it with others because energy is infectious and we want to share the good stuff. So I cannot wait to practice with you again. Until next time, namaste. All right. So I promised you a little view, right? I did promise you that. I hope that you enjoyed the class. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you to the Hate with the Plate. As long as you enjoy the view for the rest of us, stay blessed. Extremely proud of you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Hate comes with the plate. Thank you so much. And I must show you the view, of course. So it is a nice, beautiful, beautiful view here, and I'll just give you a little taste here. It's very, very nice. So I thank you so much for being a part of this. We are here now. This is going into 4 years strong. 4 years strong. So I thank you so much. So thank you to Larry. Thank you to Bromance and John. Thank you so much for being a part of the practice. I appreciate it. Yes, this is our first practice of the year. Thank you to my moderator, Twitch. Appreciate that. If you enjoy the practice, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And I have something special coming for you in just a second because I typically like to talk about just the past year. So I'm going to do that nice little special live for you. So feel free, stay tuned for that. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. All right, peace.